Hi everyone, welcome to Module 2, Week 3. First of all, amazing work on your discussion boards last week. I really enjoyed reading and responding to all of you. You had all really interesting posts. There were a lot of themes related to technology and shifts in nursing education. I will be posting grades tomorrow, so look out for that. But welcome to Week 3. This week we're going to be shifting our focus to the myth of learning styles and universal design for learning. Personally, this is my favorite module in the entire quarter, though we go over a lot of exciting things. You'll be focusing on universal design for learning throughout your careers as nurse educators. And what's interesting is that learning styles, if you've taken any VARC learning styles quizzes to see if you're a kinesthetic learner or an auditory learner, it's been so ingrained in nursing education and education in general that it's so interesting to see that recently we found that it's not backed by any science. So there's been a push, and we're going to challenge the myth of learning styles this week and throughout this module. There's been a push towards universal design for learning instead, and how we can integrate different learning techniques, different representations, and different actions expressions to cater to our diverse learners so that everyone can meet their needs. So I'm excited for you guys to explore learning styles. I'm excited for you to explore UDL and to see what you think. So this week, you're going to read Billings and Halstead, Chapter 3, except for the learning preferences portion, and then Chapter 4 on universal design for learning. Additionally, there are so many amazing resources within the module and videos within Module 2 on universal design for learning and how learning styles are a myth. And that will all prepare you for Week 4, where we have our UDL assignment due on 4/26. So this week you have nothing to submit, but if you want to get started on your UDL assignment, because it is a rather big assignment, feel free to do so. Now we're just going to go into the module just to show you some things here. So we're now in Module 2. As you'll see, Dr. Sorembus made a beautiful introduction video, so please do watch that because it'll show you all the things in the module. There's this great Neuromyths knowledge quiz. So it'll quickly test your knowledge on what you think is facts or myth related to learning styles, which is really interesting. And it'll give you a rationale if you get questions wrong. Additionally, you'll see your module overview. And at a glance, your only assignment for this week is to do your learning styles, your universal design for learning assignment due at the end of Week 4. You have two great module folders here. There's a whole folder on different readings and content on why learning styles are a myth. There's a bunch of videos here on the myth of learning styles. There's a few articles over here, and then there's a really great infographic on deconstructing the myth of learning styles. So please do look at all of this. And then we'll get into our universal design for learning. There's a whole website, the CAS Universal Design for Learning, and it goes through what universal design for learning is, the different pillars of universal design for learning that allows our learners equal opportunity to succeed. There are different journal articles you can read, as well as a video to break down universal design for learning principles. And there's a podcast here as well. There's actually 2 podcasts here. So feel free to look through all of this just to give yourself some ideas on what UDL is and how it can be applied. And then there's a whole folder on the bottom here on your UDL assignment. So you have a choice here, and I'll have you look at this. We'll talk more about this next week, but you have a choice on how you want to do this assignment. And within this folder, there's a whole nice video on the assignment, ways to complete the assignment, and different examples of it. And we'll go over this all next week. But I hope you guys have an amazing week, and if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out.